Up the Yangtze is about, it's about, I guess it's a look at modern China, an exploration of modern China. And I'm kind of like, I'm the journeyman, I take you on this tour, but I think that's the big scope of it. When you focus down on it, I'm following two children that come from families that are going to be flooded by the Three Gorges Dam on the Yangtze River. And these two kids find jobs on a luxury cruise ship, of which I had once been on as a tourist, and I went back to revisit this environment with the idea in mind that I'm going to find characters that are going to be affected by the dam, flooded, whose families and whose homes are going to be flooded. And it may be a unique advantage to look at and explore modern-day China through the eyes of a luxury cruise ship. This film has been in the works for, I would say, about 4 years, and on and off on development shoots, I would go with my crew and we would look pretty basic, you know. I would just find a town, and for me it really struck home that my location was this old town called Fengdu, which is known as the Ghost City, and that's where a temple is devoted to hell, and it's known in folklore that when you die you go to Ghost City to pass through the gates of hell. So this was the location, and I found this one family who kind of fell through the loophole of the whole compensation process for the Three Gorges relocation, and they were destitute and living on the banks of the Yangtze River in the old town in Ghost City. So just by luck, it happened that the family had 3 children, the eldest, who was 16, and there was opportunity for her to work on the cruise ship. So the story kind of flowed through that. The other character we follow, my secondary character, his name is Chun Bo-yu, or Jerry is his English name. And he comes from a kind of a lower middle class background, from a small town. And his perspective is interesting too, because he's this, I guess you could say, the kind of the jock, and like his English is good compared to Yu Shui. We have these two contrasts, and they're kind of like following different storylines as we follow their trajectory on the cruise ship. The cruise ship is an American managed cruise line, and it's they were given a 5-star luxury, I don't know, from the Chinese Travel Bureau. Mostly foreigners, that would be Europeans or Americans, Canadians, go on this cruise ship. And it's, for me, when I first went on the boat, it was such a removed experience. You feel like you're kind of in this microcosm, this kind of fishbowl, and you're looking out at everything passing by in it. And it felt so safe and secure, almost like a Disney ride, you know. And for me, it was interesting that there was also this element of this below and above deck thing happening on the ship, where a lot of these kids are from the local area. Some of them are affected by the Three Gorges Dam, and to me, it was funny that, or ironic that the tourists were just waving goodbye to the scenery. They call these cruise trips the farewell tours. So you have tourists waving goodbye to the scenery, and yet all this happening with the crew, and it just felt like I had to kind of delve into that a bit. And it was a unique kind of perspective to use as a link to the onshore environment.